future's far away, but I'll stay, I'll stay. Just take a leap of faith, we'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside. There's no more time to hide, because I feel again, I feel again. Oh, now I feel again. We're bringing this back to life. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel again. We're bringing this back to life. Help me find the right words to say to get us back on our way. Can we try to fight against the grain of throwing out what we made? The future's far away, but I'll stay, I'll stay. Because I feel again, I feel again. Oh, now I feel again. We're bringing this back to life. We're picking up where we left off and on again. We never quite could forget, 'cause what we got so intense. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel it again. We're bringing this back to life.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, 'cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure? Oh, my city, she never sleeps. My city, she never weeps. My city, she keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, 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 oh. Give it up. My city, my city. My city, my city. Where do you go when your heart with a fever? When she's cruel, but you won't leave her. Oh, here we are, all the freaks and believers, all the sweet neon dreamers. Oh, my city. Oh, oh, oh.
Welcome back to the CWL Week 3 war again between Trollstien and Black Apple. I will be streaming the two last hours of the war, but as you can see on the screen, there's not much live action going on in the last 2 hours. There will be no nail-biting last-minute attacks to decide who's coming out on top on this war, because Trollstien has already won the war, basically. They have one more Town Hall 11 attack again in Trollstien, and Black Apple has a couple of attacks left, but there is a long way from the 70 stars up to Trollstien's 86 stars. So, what we will do the last couple of hours of the war is we're gonna take a look at some of the attacks that went down during the day, the Town Hall 10s and the Town Hall 11 attacks. Basically, we covered most of the Town Hall 9 attacks yesterday, so no need to show them again. Feel free to comment in the comment section in the chat if the music are too loud, or microphone is too loud or too low, or anything else you want to reply on, or just comment on the war and attacks. So let's take a look at the stats first. I'm just gonna update the last stats, and that is we have from Trollstien, they have, because of the Town Hall 10s doing a very good job, we freed up a lot of Town Hall 11s to try to 3-star other Town Hall 11s. So we have 4 Town Hall 11 attempts, and we have 1 Town Hall 11 3-star. And we have 7 Town Hall 10 versus 10 3-stars. That is a very good rate. That's a hit rate on 39%, and Black Apple has only 1 on 11 attempts, and that is 9%. Black Apple also has 2 Town Hall 11 versus 11 attempts, but none of them managed to get the 3-star. Then we have the 9s that we saw yesterday and tonight, or last night. Trollstien took down all the Town Hall 9s with their Town Hall 9s, used 25 attacks, had a hit rate on 60%, while Black Apple had to dip Town Hall 10 down to take the last Town Hall 9 3-star. So they had a hit rate on 52%, 14 3-stars on 27 attempts. But what really decided this war was very early on, as we could see last night in the last stream. We had 3 Town Hall 10 versus 11 2-stars. On 4 attempts we had 3 successful attacks, all 3 of them done by Matsi, while Black Apple only has 1 successful attack, and they have 8 tries. So that summons up how the war is right now. Trollstien will win this war. The question is just on how much. How much will Trollstien win with? And we will see that at the end of the stream in exactly 1 hour and 52 minutes. I have, of course, bunkered up on some energy drink also today. Today I'm going Red Bull, no sugar-free stuff this time. Need some sugar, you know. Ah, that was good. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some attacks, and then we also are going to look at the other wars in CWL Apex, and especially in the Archer division, that is the division of Trollstien. This is important because at the end of the season, the division winners in each of the 4 divisions will automatically be qualified for the playoffs, while 8 wild cards will be picked out to fight against each other to find out who the 4 last contestants will be in the playoffs. And of course, Trollstien is in CWL to win, so that's why this is really important. So we're going to take a look at that during the night as well. I just also have to say I've taken down the stream from last night, and that is because I burned a lot of when we live stream, we show live attacks, we burn some of the bases. I will, however, put out a version of the stream where I have taken out some of our defenses to protect our base builders and save ourselves from a lot of extra work. We have also Oleandro Gaming, as I said yesterday, will be making a recap from this war. He has already made that recap. He's going out on a travel, so he's already made the recap because most of the most important attacks are already done in the war. So probably will be out on his channel during the night. I will link the description to Oleandro Gaming's channel in the description below the stream. Maybe I can just put it out in the chat as well. Well, I have been disconnected. I'm inactive, they say. Okay. I will try not to be inactive again. My lovely 100% maxed out Town Hall 11 base. And I've built it stone by stone from the beginning myself. Okay, let's take a look at some stats here. Let's first take a look at our attacks. As you can see, I had 11v11 try. Didn't quite work out as I hoped. That was my first attempt in CWL to hit another Town Hall 11. I had hoped it would go a little bit better, but 70% 2-star was not what I had hoped for. But I did well on my dip attack, took the 3-star there. As we can see, Ken Lasse, he still has 1 attack left. He is probably dipping down and take out the last Town Hall 10. Matsi, as we talked about already, he did a great job yesterday with the 10 versus 11 bases, and today he actually took the last one with a 3-star. No, I think that actually was one of the bases he 2-stars with the Town Hall 10 yesterday. Gorm has one 3-star on a dip attack and a fail on a Town Hall 11. Okay, let's see down here. We have the Wicked Angel with a 6-pack on Town 10 versus 10. That's a really good achievement. And we have some of the Town Hall 9s that did 6-packs yesterday. We have Vasco da Gama, and we have Aye, Sparta, we have Kim Jong-Nuke, we have, yep, that's about it. That was the 6-pack. Let's also take a quick look at the defenses. I am quite proud of my Town Hall 11 base. Has only been taken for 1 star. Actually, some, I think, Town Hall 11s have tried to take it out as well, but only still just 1 star on that base and 4 attempts. Also, Gorm's base, they haven't got a single star on Gorm's base in 3 attempts. So very good defense from those bases. We can see Ron Belts down here, 5 defenses, and still haven't got it out. And we can see some of the Town Hall 9s muffs, and this one, our last player, Stim, he had to be dipped down and taken out by a Town Hall 10. They could not manage to take out Stim's base with their Town Hall 9s, so they had to dip down. So very good design and base building on those bases. So we don't want to burn them, do we? No, we don't. Okay. But what we're here for are actually of course looking at the attacks, and the most interesting attack is obviously the Town Hall 11 versus 11 that Matsi pulled out just some time ago, and we're gonna take a look at that attack. I think actually Oleandro got that live recording, so he will put out in his recap. That's going to be interesting to watch Oleandro's reaction while Matsi is 3-starring Town Hall 11. We will see when the recap comes out tonight. And Matsi is going in with a Sui Lalo. Here he pre-hastes for the hounds and the loons, and he just spams out the troops on the side. With the warden set on air right behind. He uses an early warden ability to make sure that balloons stay alive when they go through the core and the inferno towers. Still have the eagle artillery is locked onto the hounds, so the hounds are tanking good for the balloons while the troops are moving up along the base. Now the eagle artillery is out, and he has put out his queen and king on 10 o'clock, and it's just doing some cleanup duty up on top. He also has a couple of minions doing cleanup, and this was a dominant, really good, solid 3-star attack. It's actually surprisingly how much troops he has left over when the attack is over. So very good job from Matsi. Matsi actually is the one that's taken out all of the Town Hall 10 bases except number 3, which I took out with my Town Hall 11 base. I would have hoped that I would take a 3-star there, but it was only a 2-star. But that was more than enough to win the war. So great job from Matsi, and a 3-star Town Hall 11. We are going to. I'm not going to show the dip attacks. It's just although we have some dip fails sometimes, it is. Not polite to show up and burn, show off and burn bases who are dipped by Town Hall 11s, because it could be very good bases 10 versus 10, but when Town Hall 11 comes with more troops and stronger heroes and so on and so forth, no Town Hall 10 base is supposed to stand against that. But we can look at Lord Cantona, who is hitting on their number 6 AV. That is a 10 versus 10 attack. We'll check out that replay, and that is also a very interesting replay because it is a dragon attack. And we're gonna see that dragons can be used on Town Hall 10 to 3-star. Here he uses his queen to try to get in and take out the air defenses on the side. He uses an early ability to take out the air defenses, and the queen goes easily in to take him out. That leaves only 2 air defenses left in the base for the dragons to have to counter. He uses a baby dragon at 9 o'clock to make a funnel for the dragons, and as you can see, he also has Ave has one of his infernal towers on multi-target, and the dragons are not affected by multi-target infernos. So that makes it a lot easier for the dragons to move through the base. He does have some what do you call it? He has some wind in his face from the air blowers, which pushes the dragons back. But he also has a lot of balloons coming in from the side, and in just a moment you also will see a clone spell come down to clone up the balloons and really make great deal of damage down in the southeast of the base. The cloned balloons, however, are going fast down, but they did their job. They should take out, they were supposed to take out a couple of defenses and tank for the dragons, and they did that quite well. Now we can see he has a lot of dragons left over when he comes to the end of this raid. So no problem at all taking out this base with dragons. Really good job again here on this town 10 versus 10 attack. And just fast forward through the rest of the so dragons usable also on Town Hall 10. This was my dip attack and we're not showing that, but we are going to show Wicked Angel, 3-starring number 8 Red Arrow. And this is another air attack, Lava Loon. We know that it is a hog meta in the game right now, but also the base building has catched up to that meta. So we see that a lot of 3-star attacks are not hog attacks. Although we see some hog attacks on Town Hall 10 as well, who 3-star. But we see a lot of other attack being able to 3-star the bases because the bases are mainly designed to defend against the hog attacks. So the clans that improve on their attacking skills on the other attack strategies than hogs will have an advantage, I think, against these anti-hog bases. So here he is coming in with a kill squad with Golem and Wizards and his heroes, trying to take out probably that enemy queen, hopefully also the Infernal Tower. He's not going to get the Infernal Tower, but he got what he wanted, and here he pre-hastes for the Hound and balloons. And he's also early out with some minions behind the balloons to start the cleanup process early on, so he's sure that he's not time failing on the base. Very good placement of the spells throughout the base, secures that the balloons are moving fast through the base and taking out the defenses. Uses a heal spell and a rage spell on the last 2 wizard towers to keep all the balloons alive, and now we only have point defenses left in the base to who can be a threat to his balloons. And he also has a Hound alive, and probably that Infernal Tower will pop the Hound for him, so he has some extra cleanup troops. And then the balloons crash down upon the Infernal Tower and start the rest of the cleanup. So let's just fast forward the rest of this attack as well. Really good job of Wicked Angel, and putting another 3-star in the bag for Trollstien. Here we have number 9 Weldon. That base is not yet been taken out. We have, as I said, one more attack left, and that's Ken Lasse. I think he is going to pull out that last star on Town Hall 10, but considering the position Trollstien is in right now, he might just try a 11v11 attack instead. We'll see what happens. Okay. Here we had Big Mike being taken out by Gorm. That's a Town Hall 11 dip. Let's take a look at Hoa Long, and he is taken on Mickey B. Mickey B 1-0. take a look at that. And here we have the hog attack. He's coming in with a baby dragon to funnel in 9 o'clock for the queen walk. The queen is moving down towards the bomb tower, and is hopefully going to take out both the bomb tower, some skeleton traps, some wizard towers that actually are a big threat to hogs, and probably has a plan to get in and take out the enemy queen and the clan castle as well. As we can see, is almost done. The queen is almost done taking out the expo, but there he got a single target inferno locked onto the queen, and that is not good for a queen. He has to use the ability there, and then the queen moves out of range for the infernal tower and goes around on the outside. This is quite a long walk for the queen, so that usually does that we have maybe a time issue on the end of the raid. We'll have to see. Here comes the CC dragon and some goblins coming out there, and all the troops, the bowlers and the golems are going in, taking out the single target inferno, taking out the enemy queen, taking out the king in there, taking out the other expo, and he got a great value from those from that kill squad. And of course, the healers has switched over to heal up the golem instead of the queen. That's unfortunate, but as we know, this is going to be a 3-star attack, so he manages to pull it off anyway. The hogs are followed by skeleton traps, or trap skeletons around the base. They hit some giant bombs, but he has enough heal spells to keep the hogs up and running. And also the queen walk and the kill squad had already taken out a lot of this base, so it was an easy cleanup job for the hogs. So very good attack here from Hua. Let's see, we have some chatting going on here. Okay, we have we have some chatting going on. Hello, guys. Great. Let's see a couple of more attacks. We have Wicked Angel taking out number 12, Hene. This is another lava loon attack, this time with a bowler. Well, with a bowler. He's obviously trying to take out that mortar with a skip damage from the bowler. Then he puts out his king, so he is going to make a funnel over at 3 o'clock, or from 4 to 3 o'clock. Here comes some wall breakers to break in to take out some of the air defenses. The goal was to take out the air defenses and lure out the clan castle. Then he uses some archers down on the bottom here to lure the hounds down, where he probably is going to take them out with something, or just let the hounds run after the archers. Anyway, yes, he is. That hound is going to run after that Valkyrie. Queen is coming in. He used a giant to tank for the queen. Took out 2 air defenses and taken out the enemy king. No, he did not actually. And here comes a lot of balloons, pre-haste. A lot of balloons, hounds up in front. He still has a couple of spells. He uses the poison to slow down the queen and uses was that a skeleton spell? Yes, he used a skeleton spell on the queen. So the pups, poison and the skeleton spell took her out pretty easily. The enemy CC hound is still flying around in the base, but there's not much he can do against the lava pups and other air troops. So over to the last couple of defenses. The hound is tanking for a load of balloons. Here comes an air bomb who takes out some of the balloons, and with a sliver of health, that group of balloons are starting out the cleanup on 3 o'clock side and is moving around the base. He has some minions up on top also doing cleanup duty, and a balloon helping out. So this is just a matter of time to before the 3-star is in the bag. Can you show some Town Hall 9 war attacks? Yes, Savage, I can. I will get to that. I will show some of the Town Hall 9 attacks. We have a live attack down here. That's a dip attack. There's a Town Hall 11 dipping down, taking out the Foggle McLovin. We're not going to show the dip attack, but we are going to move along to number 13, Legenda Tibiame, who was taken out again by Hoa Long. Let's check out Hoa Long. Didn't he have a 3-star Town Hall 10 versus 10 3-star? Yes, he did. As we can see, number 5, Hoa Long, he had a 6-pack, same as Wicked Angel did have a 6-pack. So let's check out that attack as well. And again, he is coming in with the hogs, starting out taking out some trash buildings with wizards, trying to establish a funnel to get his kill squad in to take out probably giant bomb locations and a bomb tower and the enemy heroes and of course the enemy clan castle. I did note that Black Apple used a lot of lava hounds in their clan castles, and in many game or many attack strategies that will be difficult to take out that hound, but they did use it on a lot of bases, and that made it very predictable to know what was in the clan castle, and you could plan for the hounds in the clan castle. So but they have obviously good they obviously have a good experience with the hounds in the clan castle, and so have I in many times, but sometimes it's just not the hounds that are the best in the clan castle. This attack, however, is going fairly well. The hogs are already coming over through the base and are over on the opposite side of where they started. He has a balloon doing cleanup duty down from the south. The hogs hit a giant bomb before they trigger some skeleton traps, and there's not a lot more life left on those hogs, but they still have a little bit of health left to do some cleanup duty down at the bottom. And let's just hope it doesn't hit one more giant bomb before they can get into take out the rest of these buildings. We actually have hopefully soon a live Town Hall 11 attack. Maybe we'll check it out. If he's going 11v11, we are going to show it. we'll just have to wait and see what he's planning to do. Here he goes. He goes a dip attack. Okay, we'll show the dip attack. Almost finished dip attack with hogs actually. That's a nice dip strategy. Town Hall 11 hogs against the Town Hall 10 base. Quite OP. That base, rip that base. That's a lot of skeletons though. He has triggered a lot of skeleton spells, but it's this is a clear 3-star. No doubt about it. 1 minute left, and he has a bowler coming in the center, and he has hogs doing cleanup duty. And yep, very good job. Very good job from Ken there. Okay, that means that Trollstien will get up to 87 stars. And Black Apple with 2 attacks left still only has 74 stars. Let's see how probably they will take out. No, not. Maybe they will. Do they have Town Hall 11 attacks left? Yes. Maybe they'll try to 3-star Gorm. I doubt they will be successful in that, but they might be trying. Probably they will dip down and take out Wicked Angel or Ian, and then they will use their Town Hall 10 attack to try to triple Ian or Wicked Angel. So the most they can get is 78 stars against Trollstien's 87, but probably Black Apple will end at 77 stars, and that, my friends, is a very convincing victory from Trollstien with 87 against 77 at Black Apple. And this show that Trollstien has developed and progressed a lot during the last 3 weeks of CWL, where we started with a victory, then we had a loss, a 1-star loss in week 2. And now is taking up, really showing out what the clan is up for. So I think we will do well in the rest of the season. But of course, Black Apple is also a very good clan. You're not in CWL Apex if you're not a good clan, obviously. And everybody, also Trollstien, has bad days and bad wars, and probably we will have some bad days and some bad wars in the coming wars as well. We of course just hope that our opponents has a worse day than we have. So good game from Black Apple. It was a lot of fun playing against them, and they are obviously a very good clan with good attackers. Okay, let's go over and watch some more of the attacks. We have here number 14, who was taken out by none other than 6789 and some other signs. Okay. And that is one of the lower tier Town Hall 10 bases. For those of you who don't know, they have CWL has a tier system on Town Hall 10. So both clan has to have some Town Hall 10s that has not completely maxed out the defenses. There are own weight calculators to determine these weights, but both clans have these bases. And he's coming in with a Queen Walk from the bottom, uses some wizards to make a funnel on top, and goes in with a Golem to tank for wall breakers and bowlers in from what's that, 7-8 o'clock, something like that. And here comes a quite big kill squad. He doesn't have a lot of hogs here. He has only 4 hogs, probably to the cleanup. So this is actually the bowlers and the golem and the queen walk, who is the main portion of this attack. Uses early jump spells to make sure that the troops stay on course inside the base. These jump spells with high level lasts for like forever, so it's no problem to use them early. I think they last like a minute or something. So this is wrecked, totally wrecked this base. The bowlers are doing really work, and those poor 4 hogs did not have much job to do other than clean up some trash buildings around the base, and only that gold storage left before the base is 3-star. So we have one last Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 attack to show before we are going to show some Town Hall 9 attacks, and then we are going to look a little bit on the rest of the season. Oh, now I did that. Yes, I did that. Yeah, I opened the chat. How shocking. Okay, this is Ian going in on KO, SKO, number 15, and he is coming in with the hogs. Start up with some archers, or not some archers, a wizard and a archer up on top here to take out some trash building and establish a funnel. Takes his time. Put out some giants to tank for the king and the Valkyries to take out the rest of the buildings there. Get the wall breakers in and an early rage to meet the troops before they are engaged by the enemy queen and the clan castle. Poison down, and the hogs in really early while most of the defenses are occupied with the kill squad coming in against the queen. Early a giant bomb triggered there, but that was under heal, and they also have taken out the bomb towers. Triggers a skeleton trap, and the skeletons follow the hogs around the base. As you can see, he starts early off with the cleanup. The wizards are already starting the cleanup process on the outside, while the hogs is still doing their work and running around the base. Under the heal spell, they triggered 2 more giant bombs, but and actually just when the heal was wearing out, so he didn't heal they didn't get healed back up, but he had one last heal that he used on the last couple of defenses on the base, and now it's only the cleanup process again. And as you can see, these are very good attackers attacking at Town Hall 10. These are very good planned and executed attacks that we have seen so far. Next week will be a bye week in CWL, so there will be no war next weekend. That means that we have 2 weeks before the next CWL rounds, and we will probably use that time to sharpen our attack strategies and our defenses and base building and so on and so forth. So we've got a lot of job to do to keep the game as best as we can, as best as possible. Do a lot of friendly challenges, do midweek wars to train our attacks and bases, and so it's not that we just take a vacation for 2 hours. Me myself, I am going back to my my home clan, the North Watch, we are having a 50 versus 50 war on Friday or Saturday, I think, in 1 week. We are going to have a 50 versus 50 war, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, a lot of good attackers in the North Watch, and hopefully, it's a long time since we had the 50 versus 50 war, so I'm really looking forward to that war. It's a lot of fun with a lot of attacks and a lot of people, and yeah, a lot of activity in the chat, in the clan chat. So let's move on, and as requested, we will take a look at some Town Hall 9 attack strategies. I have considered making maybe some strategy guides for Town Hall 9s based on some of the CWL attacks that we have just both this war and earlier wars, because Town Hall 9 attacks are very important, and I know a lot of people struggles out there with the Town Hall 9 attack strategies, and in CWL it's really difficult because both the bases and the attackers are extremely good and really high level. But it's usually the same attack strategies, and they can be used even if it's not a CWL designed base. You meet a lot of good bases also in regular wars, and so these strategies can be used also in regular wars for regular clans. Of course, these guys have max troops and maxed heroes, and of course it makes it a bit more easy to 3-star Town Hall 9 if you have a level 30 king and level 30 queen to do it with, than if you have a level 7 queen and king. So it's important to level up your heroes, guys. The most important thing, heroes and troops. Don't upgrade before you have maxed out your troops and heroes, and obviously your defenses as well. There's no need to engineer anymore. I heard actually Supercell announced a couple of days ago they had found a solution to engineered bases. That means that we will no longer have loop-sided wars after the next update in March, probably. Then Supercell have said that they have found the fix on engineered bases. So it's no need to engineer your base. You just have to work on it, farm a lot, upgrade walls, upgrade defenses, upgrade your heroes, upgrade your troops. And the more upgrades you get, the better you get at attacking. So that is really important. Okay, but let's get into it and check out some of the Town Hall 9 attacks. I actually don't remember which one of these I showed in the stream yesterday, so you just have to bear with me. I actually know that I showed this one in the stream yesterday because I see the very special design on it. This is a Lavalunian attack, Sui Lalo. Suicide Heroes goes in with no backup, just heroes and some wizards. And the goal here is obviously to take out the clan castle, take out the air defense, who is standing right beside the town hall. Heroes are doing their job, taking their time. King is down, but the queen is still going, and that air defense and probably also the air blower will go down. And the enemy queen is engaging on the queen, but not quite had enough health left to take it out. But then he has the lava hounds and the balloons coming up behind, and That enemy queen is still going around in the center, but he has a skeleton spell which he plans to use on the enemy queen eventually. There he uses a rage, and probably the skeleton spell is being put down in the middle of the rage spell, or sharing the rage spell with the balloons, so they could take out the enemy queen. And then the skeletons are moving on and hammering through the wall to get to that expo. And actually, those skeletons did tank for the balloons, so the expo wouldn't target the balloons. But now there's only the expo left in this base. A lot of cleanup troops around the ring, cleaning up, and balloons going up and finishing off the expo before they move back down to take out the elixir storages and help out the lava pups. Very good attack by Stoop DNC, and this was quite early in the war, if I remember correctly. I know it was in the 3 first hours because I was streaming at the time they took this attack. Here we have my own attack. I showed that on stream yesterday. I showed it live while I took it. This was the one that I actually 3-starred. I also had an attempt where I didn't 3-star. The idea here is obviously to use 3 lightning spell and an earthquake to take out 2 air defenses. I'm using the heroes up here to make a funnel so that I can force my dragons to go into the center of the base when I deploy them behind a lava hound and some balloons to quickly take out the air defenses. As soon as the king has taken out the mortar to prevent the balloons to take an extra ring, I will drop down my lava hound and balloons to get directly to the air defense. They lured out a lava hound, and that actually made a lot of my dragons to hold back for a while to take out that lava hound. But a lot of balloons and dragons went up towards 3 o'clock. And 2 dragons started the cleanup process over there, while the rest of the dragons moved into the center of the base, taking out the enemy queen and the key defenses in the center, taking out the air blowers, the whiz towers, and the expo. I was a little bit concerned about this last expo over here, though, because it seemed like that would never go down, but luckily, this dragon, instead of going to the Whiz Tower, went over to the expo and took it out. So these 2 dragons up here has not a lot of health, but there are also no air targeting defenses up here. So dragons, we saw a dragon attack on Town Hall 10 just earlier. In Town Hall 9, dragons are even better. And are actually a very viable attack strategy on the right basis. And that right basis is if you can take out the air defenses with ease. And dragons very often is a good attack strategy, because if you can take down the air defenses, there's not much in a Town Hall 9 base who can actually harm the dragons enough to stop them. So you should absolutely try out dragon. I think I have a dragon attack guide for farming on my account somewhere. Video I did a while back when it was a dragon event. So you can check that out. I also I think I've showed a lot of dragon attacks on my channel earlier as well. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put out a dragon attack strategy guide for Town Hall 9 on the channel someday, when I have the time. Let's check out a couple more. We showed both Sparta's attacks yesterday. I don't think we showed Dar, though, did we? Or was that... I think that attack was today, actually. This is a quite difficult base to take out, but he is going at it with the lava loon attack strategy. He's going in with his heroes to take out the Tesla farm up here. I do remember this base from yesterday. I think we had several hits on it, but that Tesla farm really was a problem. But he is choosing to go in with a CWL suicide heroes, taking out that Tesla farm, and as you can see, many people are afraid to attack bases with lava loon attacks while the queen is in the center of the base. But as you can see here, in several attacks they easily take out the queen with rage spell and skeleton spells. You just have to time it correctly so that you hit the queen while she is in a compartment where the spell will spawn skeletons. You have to wait until the queen stops and starts shooting at something before you drop the skeleton spell, or else she will probably just hop a wall or something and get out of the way from the skeletons. And the skeletons doesn't do enough damage to break through the walls very easily. So you just have to be patient with the skeleton spell, but it is quite possible to take down an enemy queen, also a level 30 enemy archer queen, with a skeleton spell. So you guys out there that doesn't have maxed heroes to counter the maxed opponent's heroes, you can use a skeleton spell. If the base is right and the layout is right and the time is right, skeleton spell will do the job. Nice attack here from Dar. Okay, let's move on. I think we had a maps we showed yesterday. Remember, Sparta took out God yesterday as well. This is an attack for today. This is actually Alejandro Gaming attack. He took that earlier today. I think we're gonna watch that one. I have not shown this attack yet. He is also doing a CWL attack. He's coming in with a baby dragon to make a funnel on top. Uses a wizard to help out the baby dragon. Coming in with some giants to tank for the wizards. Tesla pops up there. Test wall breaker. And there comes the rest of the wall breakers. Breaks open the walls. The giants going in with bowlers. And where is the queen? Has he dropped the queen? Oh, there comes the queen on top to take out the Tesla farm. The king went in to take out the enemy queen, and the queen is being used to take out the Tesla farm up on 9 o'clock. Here comes the first lava hound with balloons. Here comes the second lava hound. Triggers the traps on their way. And the balloons are stacking up over here at 8 o'clock, but they are moving towards the essential defenses. He uses a rage spell to get the balloons through the air blowers and get quickly up to the wizard towers and heals them through the wizard towers. If he hadn't healed the balloons there, the wizard towers probably would have taken down most of his balloons. But he still has a haste spell to force them up to the last couple of defenses, and the Expo is the last one to go down in this base. And look at this, the Clan Castle Hound is just staying here in the middle, and that's why it's not always the best thing to have a Hound in Clan Castle, especially if your base is exposed to air attacks, because the Lava Hound doesn't do anything against air attacks. And I have actually seen a lot of just plain lava loon attacks on bases with Lava Hounds in the Clan Castle. Earlier they used the Penta Laloon, now they use the Quad Laloon with 4 Lava Hounds and just overpowering the base from all sides with balloons and Lava Hounds. So it's not always the best thing, but sometimes Lava Hound is good in the Clan Castle. So then we have watched through a lot of the attacks, but we have and as we can see, as I stated earlier, we have Trollstien at 87 stars, and we have Black Apple at the moment at 74. The maximum amount of stars that they can get is actually 70. What can they get? They can get 78. 78 is the maximum amount of stars that they can get, but then they have to no, they can do a Town Hall 11 triple. They could do that, and they could get 79, but probably they will try to get Ian and Wicked Angel with their remaining attacks. That would make most sense. They have a Town Hall 10 attack that they also can use, and he has the 3-star for them to manage this. But it will not matter anyway. Trollstien has won this war, and nothing is going to change that, and Trollstien did a very good job. I'm going to take a look at the rest of the league in just a minute here. We're going to talk a little bit about how the league standings are now after week 3 rounds. There are some of the wars are not finished yet. Some of them has just begun actually, so we don't know for sure until tomorrow. But we have some wars going on, and at the same time as Trollstien versus Black Apple, and we are going to take a look at them. Let's just see here. I have I use a web page that's called warmatch.us to check out the wars. And at the moment in CWL Apex, we have Old Rivals versus Crow Legion. Old Rivals has already had 2 wins from the 2 earlier wars, and Crow Legion has actually just 1 loss. I'm not sure why they haven't played more than 1 game, but they are a couple of minutes left of this war, and no, the war is starting in a couple of minutes, it seems like. Yes, it is. So they haven't. Old Rivals are starting the war against Crow Legion now. Same with the Shawnees versus Asylum Sphere. They are still in prep day and are starting the war. Reddit Elfino versus Pinoy Violator. Reddit Elfino has, let's check out Reddit Elfino on the lists. Reddit Elfino has 2 wins from earlier. and Pinoy Violator MP has... Let's see, where are you on the list? Also has 2 wins from the first 2 weeks. This was 2 very good clans meeting up in the game against between Reddit Elfino and Pinoy Violator. And they are in battle day right now. It's 1 hour and 10 minutes left of the war, and at the moment Pinoy Violator MP is ahead with 79 stars versus Reddit Elfino 71 star. And if we break this down, we can see that Pinoy Violator has 4 Town Hall 10 versus 10 3 stars. They have no hits on the Town Hall 11s with their 11s. They have they have 2 dip fails. Pinoy Violator has 2 dip fails. They have managed to 3-star 3 of the Town Hall 10 bases with their Town Hall 11 attacks, but they have made 5 attempts. And they have 2 out of 12 Town Hall 10 versus 11 2-stars, while Reddit Elfino has 3 of 7 10 versus 11, and they have actually dipped a couple of 9s with their 10s, so their 9s didn't do a very good job this war. They also have 1 dip fail with one of their Town Hall 11s, but they have only one 10 versus 10 triple. At the moment, both clans have some attacks left. Pinoy Violator has 3 Town Hall 11 attacks left, and Reddit Elfino has 4 Town Hall 11 attacks left and 2 Town Hall 10 attacks left. But as far as I can see, it looks like Pinoy Violator is going to take down Reddit Elfino in this match and come out on top in this round. Next up we have Myanmar Clasher and versus TD Perseverance. They are currently in prep day, so that war is starting any moment now. So we don't know until tomorrow how that is going. North Awakens versus War Masters. We have met both of these clans. The first war we had in CWL Apex this season was against War Masters, where we came out on top and was victorious, while we lost against North Awakens last week. Of course, only with 1 star. And as it seems, there is still 2 hours and 54 minutes left of this war, and War Masters have a lot of their Town Hall 11 attacks left still. But at the moment, North Awakens is ahead with 84 stars against 71 stars for the War Masters. And if we break this down, no Town Hall 11 attempts on either of the clans. Both clans have 2 Town Hall 10 versus 10 triples, and both clans have 10 attempts. Seems like North Awakens didn't quite manage to pull off all the 9 versus 9 attacks, so they had to dip one Town Hall 9. We have 7 dip attacks, 100% 11 versus 10 from North Awakens, while War Masters has only used 2 of their Town Hall 10 attacks and dipped those. They have 6 Town Hall 11 attacks left. And at the 10 versus 11 2 stars, we have 4 10 versus 11 2 stars out of 7 attempts from the North Awakens, and we have 3 out of 10 for War Masters. So again, as far as I can see at this point in the war, it looks like North Awakens is going to pull out another victory and this time against War Masters. And then we move on to look at the Plimth clan, and the reason Plimth clan is quite interesting is that they are in the same division as we are, but unfortunately they are in Prep Day, and that war against Dreamstealers, which will not go live until earlier, actually in 2-3 minutes. Then we have the same with Göteborgs Kriga versus Gabalas. They are in Prep Day and is starting up the war now in about half an hour. Göteborgs Kriga is in the same division as Trollstien, so it's going to be interesting to see how they are doing in their war. And Gabalas has already 2 victories and no losses so long, well, up until now in Season 4 of CWL Apex. Trollstien versus Black Apple. Why are we standing on preview and Prep Day? That's not correct. Here we go. We didn't get up correct stats for Trollstien. That was unfortunate. This site is in beta, so the same with Crunch Time E versus Born as Ghosts. That is a very interesting war because Crunch Time E is leading our division, and of course we are hoping that Born as Ghosts are going to take down Crunch Time E, so we will be tied with Crunch Time E with 2 victories and 1 loss. That is what we are hoping for, and not that they get the 3 victories. And the last battle in CWL Apex is Russian Empire against Xenobiotics, yes. Here we have, let's see if I can get in there. And that's 2 hours left of the war. This is looking quite even. 81 stars for Russian Empire and 80 stars for Xenobiotics. Both clan or Russian Empire has used 54 of their attacks, and Xenobiotics has used 55. If we look at the stats, okay, Russian Empire has not very good stats on 10 versus 10. They have 2 out of 12 attacks, but Xenobiotics has even worse with 0 10 versus 10 on their 7 attacks. Both of the clans have pulled their weight in the 9 versus 9, and both have cleared out the 9s with their Town Hall 9 attacks. 11 versus 10, both have 6 dip attacks and 6 successful dip attacks. Russian Empire have 4 out of 6 Town 10 versus 11 2-stars, while Xenobiotics has 3 of 13 successful 2-star attacks on Town Hall 11. So out of that, we might be able to say that Russian Empire has a slight advantage when we go into the last couple of hours of the war, and probably will pull off this victory. But you never know what can happen in the end of these wars. Okay. Check out something here. Let's go back and check out the war. Actually, there is not much there is not much to live stream on anymore, since the war is basically over. So let's do some. Let's check out some chat action. Okay, I love Clash of Clan actually. Clash of Clan. Let's scroll through the chat and see. Check my base. Okay, I can check your base, but not just now when I'm live streaming. Sending friend requests. Just send a friend request. Well, I don't think I've filled up my my quota with friends yet in Clash of Clans. I think you can have like 50 friends, maybe more actually, but I don't think I have filled that up. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Not too high. Very good. I am thinking maybe I don't know how many people who play Brawl Stars out there. I'm really enjoying the new Supercell game Brawl Stars. Maybe I'll stream some Brawl Stars with Oleandro Gaming someday. That will be a lot of fun. Streaming Brawl Stars. Well, sometimes we don't do. It can be like the noobs playing Brawl Stars. No, we're not that bad. We actually we're actually quite decent. Our ranks doesn't do us right. We are better than our ranks shows. Reminds me, I have to do some robo rumbling later. So if Oleandro is listening, after the stream we have to play robo rumble so we can get our coins this week. At least you are decent, Hudlak. I have several accounts. One is decent. 44 minutes left. Looks like Black Apple has given up on this war. They are probably using their last two attacks, but this was, as we already talked about, pretty convincing. So I'm not actually sure that I'm going to stream very much longer. We can. I have actually some war attacks, but I have to get in back at the North Watch in a random war that I have to do also tonight. So just sitting here waiting and talking is not very constructive for me or for the viewers. So I think we can just conclude that Trollstien has gotten their game really good together, and as we talked about yesterday, the Trollstien struggled a lot the first two matches, especially with the Town Hall 9s versus 9s and the Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10s. So it was very good to see this war that both the 9s and the 10s really showed their best game and pulled off. And of course we have known this for that Trollstien has it, and the players has it in them to do these kind of wars and these kind of attacks. They just have to pull it out when it counts, right? In the CWL matches, they had only 9 days ago, Trollstien had a war against one of the best clans in the world at the moment, Warzone 68. That is as a clan who is actually the first week of CWL Invite, they almost had a perfect war. They missed one Town Hall 10 triple. They tripled all 7 Town Hall 11s, and that clan Trollstien beat down 9 days ago 86 to 85 stars and took down both the 10s and the 11s. So we knew Trollstien had it in, and it was very good to see this war against Black Apple that they pulled the game. And this is going to be extremely important for next round. As I said, there will be 1 week, or next weekend there will be no CWL matches, but the week after that, Trollstien is meeting Crunch Time E, which at the moment is leading the Archer division. So that will be a very important match, which will determine if we can stay in the fight to win our division, Archer division. So it will be a very, very important match against Crunch Time E in the next round, which, as I said, is in 2 weeks. Very important. Will be 9th of March, and that will be then we'll have 3 rounds again, like now, and then we have 1 bye week, and then 3 matches again, and 1 bye week, and then we have 2 matches and a bye week, and then we have the playoffs in the ending of May. We have a 11 versus 11 action going on in the war. That is Barbie going on Gorm, 75% destroyed. We don't have to burn that base to see just the 25 last percentages. Will he manage to take out a triple? Maybe. Okay. No, he didn't. So that was a fail. So that, well, probably means, well, fail. They did take 2 stars, so it's not that much of a fail. Then they have to they will try to take a star or 2 stars from one of these bases, Ian and Wicked Angel. But I think this stream is over. We don't have much more to show. Trollstien came out as victors. I will put out a highlighted version of the streams both from yesterday night and tonight, and I will put that up on the channel. And as I said, I will put out a link to I'm actually going to go check that out right now before we quit. Check out Oleandro Gaming and put that out in the chat, so you can when you leave here, you can go over to Oleandro Gaming and check out the recap of this war that he's put out. And also there is a live attack with Matsi when he triples the Town Hall 11s on the Black Apple, Black Apple without the "the". Let's see. I'll find the link for you. Okay. No, it's not up yet. Okay, I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the description of this stream, or the highlighted version that I will put out tonight or tomorrow morning. and then you can go check that out. I think the recap from Oleandro will be out shortly, so you can just watch Oleandro Gaming and check it out there if you like. But that is all for now. Maybe I'll stream the next CWL round week 4 in 2 weeks. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll stream some of the 50 versus 50 war going on in the North Watch in a week. I don't think so, but maybe I will. So we'll just have to wait and see. But that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did, but now I'm just feeling like I'm sitting here and babbling, so it's no need to just keep this going. Trollstien came out victory, 87 stars. We don't know what Black Apple will have just yet, but it's surely a win for Black Apple. So I'm signing out until next time, and good night.